Hey guys, um, this is something that I've wanted to start for a little while now. I think that it'll kind of hold me to some accountability with things. Um, just kind of give me a place to put, how I'm feeling and, I don't know, basically give me something to report to if it start to go downhill or whatever. So basically, I want to say a little over a week now, I've been working on losing weight. Um, of course, I've dieted off and on and, had my ups and downs with things. I want to say my absolute highest I've ever been is probably 270s. I didn't have a scale at a time, but I would imagine that's as heavy as I was. Uh, I just recently, within the last year, have actually gotten down to 225 and stayed pretty steady there. But over the past 6 months or so, just been kind of letting myself go. And I weighed 250 pounds almost on the dot. And that was kind of a surprise. I had been considering myself, I'm 225 pounds, that's only 25 pounds, and I'll be hitting, I'll be in the hundreds already, but I mean, it surprised me, but at the same time, it didn't surprise me because, I just been eating whatever I wanted to, and eating way too much, way too many calories and not enough out. I mean, that's simple as it is. But, so as of today, I'm actually 242. And, generally whenever I'm going on a diet or whatever, that's usually what happens, I diet for 2-3 weeks, the numbers on the scale, they just go down, and basically to what I chalk it up to now is just water weight. It's the water weight coming off, you're eating less, you're eating right, hopefully. Weight just you see flying off the scale, and then it starts evening out and you get the 2 pounds a week, and it gets pretty frustrating, and when you look at it, basically where I want to be, realistically my goal would be 180. I would love to get from 180 to 160, get fit, start lifting weights or something, but I know that I have a long ways ahead of me, and I know that that's asking too much of myself. So realistically, right now, I'd love to see myself get back down to the 225. From there, 180 is like my concrete goal, where that would be my ultimate goal. So what I've been doing for the diet part of it is something that worked for me the first initial time. I lost, I want to say 20 or 25 pounds pretty easily, was actually keto. And that's no carbs. You can have 20 grams of carbs a day, and mainly that's to get your green leafy vegetables. But most of your carbs should come from vegetables and good for you vegetables, Um, and the rest is, you got your protein and then fat. I can't remember the ratio right now, but basically you got a ton of fat you need to put in you to basically let your body use as the energy, and you got the protein to actually get you through the day, to make you feel full and to make you not feel hungry, and then you have the carbs in there, vegetables, you gotta have, eat your veggies. It's pretty easy for me to do keto. My wife actually cooks good things that she finds on various websites, and I'm sure I'll put them in the description. I mean, I don't even know who I'm doing this for, but whatever. The first time I did keto, I didn't count calories, and it still pretty much worked because, the food that you're eating fills you up so fast, and then at the end of the day, you're looking at, I don't know, the food that you eat on keto is really filling. You don't feel hungry during the day. But this time around, I am counting calories, and I'm trying to keep myself at 1,700 calories a day, and so far it's been doing really good. I've actually, been at the end of the day and looking at my numbers, and I'm at 1,500, 1,400, and I'm looking at the rest of the fat I need to eat, and it's just like, there's no way I'm gonna, go make me a bulletproof coffee or something. I just can't stomach it. So, it's actually doing pretty well. One of the problems I have is just, I'll eat just throughout the day. That's its own problem, I'm sure. I go to the fridge and I get something to eat, and I'm not even hungry, and 10 minutes later I'll go and find something to snack on, and on my breaks at work I'll get something to eat even if I'm not necessarily hungry, just something to do, and eating feels good, I know that, and lots of other people struggle with that. I feel like on keto everything's so structured that if you want to snack, it's not something that I could find myself just taking the time to just snack on all throughout the day. You just get filled up on the protein and the fat that, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like I don't have the stomach to snack like I do. The struggle for keto comes to me is eventually after a while, I start craving healthy things that aren't necessarily on keto. So roasted potatoes with, spring veggies, just stuff like that you can't have that, on anybody else's diet, would consider good, whole foods, not too many calories, but, that's where it kind of gets me. At a certain point, I just don't feel like I'm eating clean, like I don't feel like what I'm putting in my body is what I want to be, because you're putting all that fat, just so much fat in this diet, basically. I don't know. It's just an attitude, but basically what I think it boils down to is, your body wants you to put this food, in you, you're hungry or you're not hungry and you just want to put something in your mouth, just for the sake of it. You're going to feel guilty afterwards, and that it's not going to make me feel good, and it's not going to be happy with this at the end of the day. And sometimes you cope by that by just eating more, and then, the whole diet is just ruined, and you go back into the spiral of overeating and, just eating because you feel bad, and then you feel bad because you have been eating. To me, it basically just comes down to, there's that nagging voice that's tempting you, that's always nagging at you, and, as far as I know, is always going to be there. But that's not what says, okay, I'm giving up and I'm going to give into it. It's you who says that. And I think a lot of people don't take accountability for things like that. Basically, people don't want to own up to the fact that they themselves, their will didn't withstand to that nagging voice. It wasn't the nagging voice that reached for the cake, it was you. It was you, and you knew it, and you were guilty afterwards, and you kept eating. Not to say that ups and downs don't happen. Mistakes are going to be made. Anybody that's going through any kind of transformation, whether it's weight loss or, putting on muscle or, just, cardio, just, anything like that, it's going to be a struggle. But I feel like ultimately, if you just let that voice get to you and you just give in and you just keep on giving in, and eventually, there's no holding it back because, you've been letting go for so long. What I've been doing, I've done this off and on for a little while. It's the Couch to 5K program, and basically gets you running from, jogging for 1 minute straight all the way up to 30 minutes. And I've done this off and on. I've gotten up to week 6, all the way up to week 1, or day 1, week 6. And I actually, I was really good. I was going to the gym and doing it on the treadmill, and I had actually gotten sick for about 5 days. It was a really nasty chest cold. After the 5 days, I felt really weak going back into it, so, I had to go back a week, and then, I don't know, I lost the motivation. I had been skipping, rest days in between, so, I can chalk that up to being overzealous, and then having a slight setback, it just drained my motivation. But, I'm doing that now, and instead of doing it on a treadmill, I've actually been doing it in the park in my neighborhood, which has been really nice. I just started week 2 on that, and things are going smoothly. With the job I have, I'm more in shape starting it now than I was the very first time, because I couldn't even run for 30 seconds without my lungs feeling like they're gonna burst, and blood rushing in my ears. But now I can run a minute and 30 seconds, fine, and it's not my lungs, feeling like I get enough oxygen. It'll be, my calves or my knees. And that, I know that running when you're 70 pounds or more, overweight, that's not a good thing for, your joints and stuff. So, but, I'm pretty confident that, I won't have problems with it, until week 4 or 5. Just because, I'd say I'm not in shape, but, I'm not going to be huffing and puffing going up a flight of stairs, I feel like I'm in a better position now than the very first time I started it. But yeah, so that's going good, and I'm hoping to update on that when I do it, and I'll probably have a weekly update as far as weight loss, and how I've been doing that. I'll do a quick update after those, and then probably I'll just pick a day to update about how keto's going, just stuff like that. And I hope that this is at the start of something. I don't know what, but it's the start of something, and I feel hopeful, but at the same time, not the hopeful that expects the world, because I know that that gets people in trouble, and I know that starting out doing something and looking at that the very far end goal, and and then eventually the brand new motivation that you're all excited for, and you get all the workout gear, and you get all the diet whatever, and eventually that starts to get not new, and you're looking down the road realistically, oh this goal is going to take me a year plus, and the motivation is just gone because it's so hard to make it through a day. How are you going to get through a year? And I know what that feels like. And yeah, we'll see where this takes us. And I guess I'll see you later. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'll see you later. Bye.